Hey guys, it's Rich Boy J here, back again with another video, and this is going to be part 13 of the Crait MOC build series. It's a pretty exciting week. We went ahead and we got done some pretty important details that we had been kind of putting aside in lieu of just finishing up some of the ground sections, but we finally went ahead, and you can kind of see in the background, we started on those ski speeder dust trails. I'm really happy with what we came up with. I was really scared because like once we started kind of finishing up, I realized that I didn't have nearly as many pieces for it as I thought I did, and it would be really annoying to have to purchase a whole other order just for that when I thought I had purchased like just enough for it. But we ended up being able to make do with what we had, and we finished that up. Also got some more of the salt done around the trenches, so you guys can be able to get a full completed look at what the trenches are going to look like. And if I may say so myself, guys, I think they look beautiful. I think the trenches are going to be one of the best parts of the MOC, and finally having the salt finished up right around it really makes that much of a difference in the aesthetic of it. So without further ado, guys, going to jump right into the MOC. Let's see what we got done this week. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. All jokes aside, so a lot of people, when they see this thing in person, they're just like, wow, the size cannot be conveyed through a video. So what I did is I went ahead and I put the Lego set ATM6 and the Lego set ATAT next to both of my walkers, so you guys can just get maybe just a little feel at just how giant these things actually are. And if you guys just look at that, like the ATM6 is literally like 3 times the size of the Lego set. That's like twice the size of the Lego set. So these things are absolute beasts, guys. And the point of all this is just to say, if you guys are going to any of the conventions that we're going to be showing this thing at, I definitely say try to make your way out. We're not going to have the full crate at anywhere other than Brick Fiesta, but I want to have my ATM6 at Brick World Chicago, Bricks by the Bay, and Legoland Star Wars Days. Comic Palooza as well here in Houston. So if you guys are going to any of those events, please, or are around any of those events, please come to them, come check out the MOCs, because the size of these things cannot be conveyed through video. You really have to experience them in person. That's all I really wanted to talk about here. One thing I did want to mention right here is someone pointed out that it didn't really look correct how both of the footprints were just right next to each other. It looks like the ATM6 is just kind of hopping in place. And I thought about that and I realized like exactly what they meant by that. So I didn't get a chance to change it up, but one thing I am going to do, guys, is maybe move this one forward like 2 studs, move this one backward, make 2 or 3 studs, just to make it look more like natural footsteps. I understand that the ATM6 isn't really in a walking position, just to keep it more structurally sound, but I think it would just make it look a little bit more accurate, because that's kind of how we designed the AT-AT footprints to look like. So that's something that I didn't get done this week, but I do plan on actually implementing it. So any of you are concerned about that, have no worries. I'm going to get that fixed up so it's going to look a little bit more accurate. I did want to show you guys a somewhat finished look at the trenches. So like I said, we were able to salt up a lot of these sections in here. There's some 1x1s that are missing, but that's going to have to be done later on. But this is pretty much what the trench is going to look like, guys. I think it's just so nice to finally have the salt pulled up right to the very edge, so you can see the contrast between the white and the red right there. And I'm really happy with the way it came out. I don't think it's possible for me to be any happier than I am right now with the way this thing looks like. It is just such a beautiful design, I feel, and I really think me and Garrett just knocked it out of the park. Like all the details that we wanted to add in, we were able to put into this thing. I think the rock work just looks beautiful. It looks just as it should, and I just can't wait to build more of these trenches up. Like if you just get close, like it really looks like a scene right out of Star Wars, just with all the details, the pipes going through the ground, that black pipe kind of swirling through the middle. It all looks so natural. It all looks so real, and I just love the way it came out. I can't say enough good things about these trenches, and you guys seem to really like it as well. So I'm happy that we finished this up. Next week, we're probably going to be able to do 2 more squares of these trenches, so hopefully we'll be able to get those finished up so we can have even more finished trench sections that we can gawk over and just look at in amazement. So it's pretty much aesthetically the same as it looked last week, but I'm just going to give you guys some more views of it with the salt layered on top of it on either side. So of course, guys, let me know what you think about it. Are you happy with the way the trenches came out? Let me know. Constructive criticism, praise, whatever you guys got for me, let me know. And then, of course, there's still this section over here that pops up. I want to figure out a way to be able to access this without just putting my finger under here and moving it up, because obviously I won't be able to do that when all the MOC is together. But you can see here, it comes up, and you can see those red walls. And I just love the way the white contrasts with that red in there. It just looks so beautiful, guys. Oh my God, this is amazing. It just looks so good. So nice, so nice. Even, especially like this view, you can kind of see the guy just running through the trench right there. And if I even place like a figure up here looking at him, there you go. There's Babe Fortuna for you guys. His head is cut off, but I assure you that's him over there. Actually, here we go. This is what he'll be doing. Alright, so let's move on. And this is what the MOC is looking like right now, guys. As you can see, we finished up those ski trails, the dust kicking up. We finally have those builds, and it's really just a lot of these curved slopes. We did a lot of curved slopes in here. Hold on, let me actually set this down. Like I said, here we go. So there's a lot of curved slopes in there. And then what we did was we took like the 1x3s and 1x4s for the front, and then we used those like arches for the back to kind of give it a more bubbled look, like the dust is kind of settling into the air right there. So really happy with the way it came out. I think it looks pretty good for what it is. I think it's really nice just how it just pops, like it really sticks out in contrast to the white salt that's around it. And we actually built it like not into the ground, so we'd be able to kind of pick it up and maneuver it around and angle it exactly where we wanted it to be, because this, like we mentioned before, this MOC is going to have two versions of it. On the second day, ski speeders are going to have to be gone, which means that these dust parts are going to have to be gone as well. So we didn't want to have to build it into the ground and have to like tear a piece of the ground up to be able to remove it. So there's just like the slightest gap at the very edge, but it's so negligible that you wouldn't really notice it. It doesn't detract from the MOC in any way. So just to give you guys another look at the other ski trails over there. You can see that guy is making his way, and then this one as well. So that one's just a little off track. We can't place that ski speeder exactly where it'll be because the wall is in the way. Like, it can't be scooted over enough. So it's like obviously off the line, but that's definitely going to be fixed when the MOC is finally done. We'll be able to push it over a little closer. But this is just to give us an idea of what it will look like in the grand scheme of things. So hope you guys think that looks good. Let me know what you think about these dust pieces that we put together. Are you a fan? Are you not a fan? Let us know. Then one of the other things that we also did was we started putting some salt over here. So started kind of filling that in. Ran out of plates, of course, because what would a Crait update be without me saying that we ran out of some piece that we needed for the salt? Hopefully moving forward that's going to change, because my big salt order is coming in. Garrett's big salt order is also coming in next week. So hopefully that will not be a problem anymore. That's the plan moving forward for this. So just to give you guys an overview of what the MOC is looking right now, can give you like a pulled back view of this entire thing. Just to kind of put it into perspective, this MOC right now, I believe it's like, so that's starting from here, I believe that's 5 base plates going that way, 4 base plates across, and then we have this one base plate right here. So once the MOC is finished, it's going to be 4 base plates by 9 base plates, so we're definitely well over half of the MOC in terms of just area. I don't think it's actually going to be half, because the mountains are just going to take up so much space, so much volume, that it'll end up being a larger percentage of the MOCs, probably piece-wise. But in terms of the area that we're covering on these tables, we're pretty close to probably 65%, which is really nice. So happy about that. Walkers are still looking really good. I think everything still looks like it has room to breathe. One thing I actually moved was the TIE Fighter. So I'm going to go get the TIE Fighter. I'm going to set it back up so you guys can actually see what that'll look like right there. So this is kind of what the scene is looking like. You can kind of tell that I put those like green lasers coming out of the cockpit. It's kind of hard to see since I can't access the other side of the table, but it's a really cool scene that's kind of created here, you know. Got the ski speeder being chased by the TIE fighter. It's so nice to finally be able to see this and what is essentially a finished version of it. Still kind of annoying that there's that colorful patch of unfinished salt right there, but that'll be finished in due time. But all in all, I think this looks great. Man, it's just so nice to be able to start really getting all these scenes from the movie up and almost fully accurate. Gonna have to finish up that square over there probably next week. Have the crashed ski speeder section over there, so that's something that we're gonna have to do. But all in all, really happy with the way this MOC is looking right now. Just makes me so happy to look at this thing. Just some of the pictures we're able to get with it, like got that TIE fighter chasing down the ski speeder right there, guys. Just how nice is that? Then, of course, got Pose over here. He's turning away, especially with that giant ATM 6-foot in the background. And if you pull back, you can get both walkers as well as Pose ski speeder in the shot. So a lot of cool things going on in the MOC right now. I guess that's pretty much it, guys. I don't have much else to show you, but I'm just totally fanboying out over this MOC right now. I'm just nerding out. I can't believe that something this beautiful is sitting right here in my home, and it's only going to get even more beautiful. So let's go ahead and finish out the video, guys. Alright guys, so that's going to finish up the video this week. I'm really happy with what we were able to get done. Like I said, I was really concerned about getting those dust trails done. I was really kind of just dreading having to build it because it was something that it's really hard to conceptualize how it's going to look until you finish it up. And Garrett and I thought that we were just going to have to be redoing it over and over again until we got something right. But we got a good idea, kind of like prototyped out, and we were able to pretty much follow that to the end and replicate it 3 times and get something that we were really happy with in this MOC. So it's nice to finally have that detail there. It's something that a lot of people had kept asking us, you know, where are the dust trails? And it's finally done. So that side of the MOC is pretty much fully complete, absent some, like, I don't know, blaster details or explosions or stuff like that. But for the most part, we have what is essentially a completed side of the MOC on that side. So it's pretty exciting times. Up next, we're going to be working on more of the salt because I'm getting my big salt order in, Garrett's getting his big salt order in, and we're going to just be able to finish up, hopefully, all the salt in the battlefield. So we went and we bought what we thought is probably going to be enough. I really hope it is, because I would like to just not be running out of plates and tiles for the salt anymore. So hopefully these next few weeks, guys, you're going to see a fully finished battlefield. I feel like it's been such a long time coming. I remember we got that first big order in and we started with those plates all the way back on the other side, and we've just been replicating that process, and we're getting to pretty much the near end of the battlefield area of the MOC, and we're going to start transitioning into the cave section, which I'm really excited about. I can't even convey to you guys just how important that section is to us. We've been putting a lot of deep thought into it, and I think that as much effort as we put into this, as much effort as I put into that ATM-6 back there, there's going to be even more effort put into the cave. So it's really going to be a whole other MOC in itself. So this thing is about to start getting really interesting, guys, and I really hope that you're tuning in each and every week to see what we're doing. So another thing I did want to bring up is that we're going to be doing something really special for you guys next week. So there's going to be 2 live streams. The first one is going to be the Crait build live stream. So Garrett and I are going to get together on Wednesday, probably around 2 p.m. Central Time, and we're going to be working on Crait. So that's pretty standard so far on this channel. But the special thing we're going to be doing is on Friday. If you guys didn't know, the new Han Solo sets are going to be releasing officially on that Friday. So Garrett and I are going to get up that morning, we're going to pick up the sets, and then we're going to come back here and we're going to be live streaming us building those Han Solo sets pretty much all day. We're going to have a few special guests. One of them's going to be John Cena, one of the moderators from the live streams, and we're also going to have the Brickwoods on a little bit later in that day via Google Hangouts. So it's going to be a pretty good time, guys. I'm trying to get myself more and more hyped up for the Han Solo movie, so hopefully this will help me be able to enjoy it. If you guys are planning on getting some of those sets on the official release date, then I'd say go ahead and get them and hop on the live stream with us, hop in the chat, and then we can all build them together, give our thoughts on the movie, give our thoughts on the sets, and I think it's going to be a pretty good time overall. So I'm trying to make this a really big event type of thing that we all can enjoy and get excited for the Han Solo movie all together. So I think it'll be pretty interesting in the way it plays out. So I'll keep you guys tuned with further details on like the time and the specifics of that, but just to give you guys a heads up, that's what we're going to be doing next week. So that's pretty much going to finish up the video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. As I always say, if you like what we do, go ahead, support the video by hitting the like button, support the channel by hitting the subscribe button, and we'll be back again very soon with some more content. Thank all of you for your continued support.